What does it matter which one I use?
100% it matters. Yes, that's why we have so many brushes.
Yeah. So some of my, since when we're talking about hair extensions, I grabbed that Paul Mitchell was big down south. I know it wasn't as big in you guys' area. So when I was a newer hairdresser, this was these are two of their most popular brushes.
Okay.
And they're older. These are well-used brushes, but this has been my most favorite brush for most hair most of the time. But these are not great for hair extensions.
But why? But we have to explain why they're not great.
Tell me, yeah. So talk about why that is different than maybe this.
Yeah, a proper hair extension brush. So as you can see, the first paddle brush and hand brush that you put up, they're just a one tier pin brush. Now, if your hair is natural, you have no hair extensions, that is completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that because there is no resistance going through. What resistance I mean is when you attach a hair extension, especially an individual strand, whether it's a keratin, whether it's a bead, whether it's a knot-in, whatever type it is, that single tier brush is going to snag. There is nothing to help guide it across that speed bump, that surface of where the hair extension is attached to. So the second set of brushes that you were showing, some were boar bristle. I think they were all boar bristle. Yeah,
they were.
Those are two-tier brushes, meaning there is a shorter row of brush, and then there is a longer row of brush. And so
Bristle.
yeah, bristles. Yeah. So the shorter bristles, the darker ones in those specific brushes are boar hair, which is thicker and heavier than a human's cuticle. So what that is designed to do is to take any surface debris or buildup and remove it and run it down the length of the rest of the hair. But then you also have natural oils that exist on your scalp. So it is also designed to grab those natural oils and run it down the length of the hair shaft. So that would help lubricate it a little bit naturally. The longer pins, the longer bristles on there are some form of a heavy nylon or a heavy plastic. And then one has, and then they got the ball tips on there too.
The she hair brush doesn't have the ball tip, and then
the she hair brush does not have the ball tip.
Yeah.
The ball tip is just for sensitive scalps, so you don't dig in so hard, so it doesn't hurt so hard when you hit your head.
Right.
But those longer pins, those longer bristles are designed to catch where the hair extension is attached to the hair and separate the bonds or separate the strands from each other. So then this way, the shorter bristles can allow to grab the debris more gently and run it through and not get trapped or snagged onto where the attachment area is. So that's the reason why two-tier brushes exist and why those do matter.
I like that. It's almost like thinking about, you almost do need both of those, whether you use one brush with a longer soft bristle or firmer bristle and another, but in this case, you got them both in the same brush. And I like that these are both from two different companies, two different parts of the world, and they still have a similar concept because it does make a difference.